So I was typical Australian. Football in the winter, cricket in the summer. So sports and every sport. So horse racing, again, a national sport of Australia, you could say, because we have a public holiday for a horse race here. A friend of mine took me to the Melbourne Cup. I think we would have been in year 8, so about in our early teens. And I just found it quite inquisitive and, everyone's running around and I was like, oh, this is interesting, and you can make money from it. It was like two things came together and I was like, wow, this could be my world. So I finished high school and then became an apprentice jockey because I was small enough, I was light enough, and I just thought, well, I wasn't good at school, so I'm going to be interested in these animals. I'd never touched a horse in my life. And I just thought, well, what's to love about these? I hear everybody has ponies and all these things, and then I just developed this great bond with the animal, just to try to work them out, because I felt that they needed that love, connection and relationship, something that I needed and what I was seeking, because I didn't feel I had a relationship even within my family or friends where I could really be me and tell them secrets or things that I had done. Well, it felt like it was a two-way relationship. I gave them something and they gave me something. So just learning to ride, like I'd never ridden before in my life. I thought it was just, you jump on their back and you hit them and they move forward. Like a car, you put it into gear and they go, but it's not. It's learning about trust, it's learning about bond, relationship, communication, through verbal and through different aids, that it was like, wow, okay. I'm listening, you listen to me, and just developing that rapport became like, we can do this together. It took me that time to understand that, what you give out is what you get back.
1 in 4 Australians will struggle with alcohol, drugs or gambling in their lifetime. Just one part of Paul's story is his lived experience with gambling addiction. But it's often the only part that people choose to see. Right now, roughly 500,000 Australians living with addiction are unable to access the support they need due to a lack of available treatment or fear of judgement.
It played a big role. The shame and stigma was just like, oh no, what's everybody going to think? If people actually know the truth, how are they going to react? I don't want to tell anybody about it. And that just kept holding me further and further back. And knowing myself is really important. Like they say, if you can love yourself, you can love another. I've learnt to love myself in time because I didn't like myself for a long period of time. And that's how you can like and love other people too. I know there's simple words that just can roll off your tongue, but to have that genuineness of if you can do it to yourself and explore that, you can give that out as well.
Discover the real stories of addiction without the stigma. Share your story, and together, let's rethink addiction.